Connected.
Oh,
Channel
but the
switch.
base does.
No, just a low cloud base.
5%, which means 5% of the time, every thermal will be overdeveloped. Even, but 5% of the time, 100% of the thermals will be overdeveloped.
Yeah. Hi, Tim.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon.
Hey, Tim.
I don't see much chance to try the wave. Only from turn point 1 to 2. Maybe.
Well, yeah, see, I know we said something about the wave not working with overdevelopment. I don't know if it just means the actual visible lenticulars, or if it
I
means
don't
the wave
get
itself
why
doesn't
they
work.
said this all day, waves.
Yeah,
I don't
okay,
get this.
well, I'm gonna next time I see Week, I'm gonna ask him what it means. I haven't
Yeah.
tested that. I don't know. Maybe the waves do work. They just don't. It doesn't generate the lenticulars if it's overdevelopment or what. I'm not really sure what. Although, if there was something in Condor that actually affects that, which would actually, the user interface would say something.
Maybe you search at the wrong spot. Maybe in the lee waves. We will see.
Welcome, Tim. I don't think I saw you come in.
Thanks, Bruce.
User entered your channel.
Good afternoon.
I'm
Hi,
on.
Warren.
I'm on.
I'm
Hi,
on.
guys.
Servers up.
Thank you. Hi,
No,
Morten.
sorry. No,
User joined your channel.
Yeah, server's up.
now it's up. Yeah.
Hey, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Yeah. Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
User joined your channel.
Hey guys, Silent here.
Hi, Gerd.
Hey, Gerd.
Very good.
Hi, Gerd.
I'll be right back.
Backseat option today, Gerd. 20-meter class.
Oh, why not?
No, I fly alone. What? I fly alone, but much guys has a join option active. You could jump in 5 or 7 gliders. Tim also. Maybe you could fly with Tim.
Condor3 question, guys. Has anybody actually done the dual flying thing with this thing?
Yep.
Yep. I'd say it doesn't work that great if you're in different countries because especially if the server and everything is in a different country because with the ping difference back and forth, it kind of makes it a little bit jerky to watch. But it works definitely best if you're in the same country as a person, so your ping is a little bit lower. But it still works fine. It's just.
But when you sit in the back, you see the front pilot when he turned the head.
And like when you have your goggles on and you turn, the animated pilot turns his head too?
Yeah.
Well, that is so cool.
Yeah, it looks like, but I didn't think it's simulated.
No, I think they just look left and right automatically.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not animated. They're not synchronized to what the person's doing. I don't think.
That's
I guess I'll save that for Condor 4.
John, I bought yesterday a new 5-meter link cable. I will see coming on Thursday.
I hope it works. Yeah, I don't. If it doesn't work, because you don't use any kind of extra software, do you? You just use just straight. Yeah, you're not using any kind of weird software to make it work with VR, right? You're just using just the stock Oculus thing through Condor, right?
Right.
Yeah, that. I would really suspect the cable were. You said you already changed your video card too.
Again?
Yeah. Well, I thought you have a new video card too.
No.
Well, no, it shouldn't be your video card.
2050 or 60. What do you use, Gert? Graphic card?
2080 Ti.
2080.
Yeah. Well,
maybe change the easiest part. Change the seat, Gert.
But also,
I like this engine sound.
I'm just wondering also if it could be like the USB port in your computer or something too. Or how does that connect? How does that plug into your computer?
Yeah, I have it with a USB-C and direct on the graphic card.
Okay, it's plugged into the video card's USB-C. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was looking it up and I saw multiple people talking about the people were having problems with those where the connections going into the headset was bad, and they end up having to get a little adapter
the USB
cable.
port is also not so stable. USB port, you have to be patient that the connector is right in.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, people were saying that they ended up fixing theirs by getting an adapter that fit tighter into the plug, and then plugging the cable into the adapter. There's all sorts of. It looks like there are people having problems with those cables not fitting into the plugs on the headset right. So when you're moving your head around,
it's a good tip. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Wait, you can just try flying without moving your head and see if it doesn't cut out. Kind of ruining the point of VR.
Cortázar or Como map can also a problem. I don't know. I will use it not today.
I don't think so. I think it's something about the connection.
Obviously, the other thing you could try doing is like when you put the cable on the headset, like tape the cable down on the back of the headset so that it can't move.
Yeah, I've done something like that.
I did too.
Yeah, I've got a Velcro strap around mine that holds it so the cable can't move.
Right.
very bumpy runway.
Now the radio works.
There is an airspace right here. About 1,400.
Yeah, I saw it, Bruce. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else sees that, but I'm seeing it on the LX.
Yeah,
an alert.
Yeah, it's about 1,000 meters above the airfield, but
Oh, it's more than that.
well, I'm just on toes. It's like it's like right here.
It's about 1,380 or so.
Maximum height, there was 1,500 and 170 in max speed.
Right.
Yeah, it's just to the west of the start cylinder. Well, it goes through the start cylinder.
Yep. It's really close. Yep.
One thing the LX does really well is it keeps track of the airspaces for you.
Why is everything a task with conversions? So yeah, I flew a K task, an AAP task last night. Works quite well. You just set set the weather so there's wind blowing work together into weather zone, and you want to do it fancy, like the cloud base is different, so it looks like you can't tell better. But it does a good job of mirroring a line. You fly along it. I did a pretty long whole leg that was basically entirely just flying along the clouds.
What did that?
You can make a convergence zone where you just, if you have in Condor3, if you have two weather zones, which you can include the base one, that the wind is blowing toward each other, it will generate a convergence basically at the spot, at the edge of those weather zones. It will generate far more thermals and lift on it, and the winds will have. Basically, the winds will. There'll be an area where the winds are blowing together that you'll get lift, and lots of thermals, like the edge of a sea breeze or something.
Yeah.
339. I don't know who that is. I think we're circling in the wrong direction. And then I forgot since I was flying in the UK, I said to have cloud flying allowed, and then forgot that. And I was like, at some point, I was like, oh man, we should climb up higher. I'm like, oh wait, no, I specifically took the LSA because they had artificial horizon. But also, I noticed so it's a lot harder to circle in thermals now. Or, yeah, in clouds. The turbulence makes it a lot harder than it used to be.
But I think it's flyable. I've done an own task and it was possible.
But yeah, I'm just saying the turbulence, if we have it set to moderate in the thermals, it's a lot harder to circle in a thermal than it used to be.
Sensor is harder, yeah. You have to be prepared, yeah.
You know, I don't think I've been cloud flying in this thing yet in Condor3.
Yeah, I don't think we've had too many tasks, have we? Cloud flying around?
XRR, what
No, it's
that
not
is
flying.
joystick.
But this artificial horizon is more precise than the standard in the wild.
See what you mean about the bumpy runway, John?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite rough.
Flying all alone? Or does someone fly with two pilots? Real pilots?
I don't remember what it looks like on the scoreboard if two people are together. Does it say?
Are you seeing it on the scoreboard? Right?
No, I don't remember. Right?
I think it only shows the primary pilot.
Oh, okay.
There's so many people waiting on the ground. The stop join's going to be over for 10 minutes before everybody gets launched.
Very friendly weather. Very quiet.
Still to install, and just below you have the inside.
Hell, there's still 6 of us that are not on the runway yet. I'm gonna try server 2.
You've saved 10 seconds. If you start with as soon as the start is running, then the next show plane comes.
Say again, Morten.
As soon as you start, then it goes very long time before the next show plane has to go in front of the next one.
No, I can't read you.
Yeah, your microphone's very quiet, Morten. It sounds like it's really far.
Or another microphone at the headset.
Is it better now?
Yes,
Yep.
much better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, black screen with a bullets.
No.
Yes.
Have you changed the graphics settings of the Condor? Less texture or
Yes.
something like that?
Yeah, I changed the settings to 1090 to 1080.
At my setting, only one works stable, and this is the full resolution. Also grass, I have to enable grass. Maybe this could be the problem, that not all variables works with each other from the settings. I tried to turn off grass, and it's not possible with the 1080.
Are you turning right, Rich?
Everyone came in turning right, Tim, so... I know it should be turning left, but that's what everyone else was doing.
Oh. I'm glad I happened to look down. I was 100 meters from the airspace.
So I have host disconnect.
Maybe you go to the
Andreas,
second server, like my...
Careful, Andreas, you're getting very close to the airspace.
I know. 70 meters, I see it.
So why I have host disconnected?
We still 30 seconds left in the join time. Yeah, I don't know.
20 seconds left, yeah.
Yeah, I was in the hole.
No, I saw this with the airspace. Thank you, John.
Where is the airspace?
There's
1900.
There's one over most of the start sector, and there's another one behind the start sector. It's a little bit lower.
You are on the lower. You have to come to our side when you want to get higher.
Okay, thank you.
And this cloud here is stable, wide and strong. As far as she's not dying. Maybe he's dying now.
Well, I'm starting now, and there's still 15 gliders behind me.
And you have lift in these small ridges. I had 1 meters on these ridges. Maybe the wave setting could work. And maybe the start has to be a little bit tricky to start and then left this airspace and then go up.
So can you start at 1500?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Airspace is
Not
at
in the very
1900.
back. You can't be in the back southern section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the airspace that's on the front side of the start sector that covers most of it is 1981, and the airspace that's in the rear behind it, that's over the airport, is 1,372.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to turn in the start.
Yeah.
You guys have a nice flight. See you tomorrow, I think.
Thank you, Gerd.
Sorry,
Sorry.
good, mate.
No,
Yeah, sorry, Gary.
I will have a look. Ciao, ciao.
Yep. Take care.
User disconnected from your channel.
You have no warnings in the LX, Tim. Warning airspace.
I'm not using the LX, but I have a warning
Okay.
when I'm close, but I can't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, if when you get the warning in the Condor PDA, if you zoom out a bit, it should show it somewhere on the map.
Yeah, it does. It lightens up.
Well, also, if you zoom out, it'll actually have the airspace height labeled somewhere too. It's kind of weird the way it does it. It doesn't automatically just put it near you on the map, but you can. Sometimes you have to zoom out to see where it's at.
So to explain it simple, try to start from north and then go in the corner in the start sector and go then to the blue line. Don't go to the end because there is the airspace. Have this half moon radius.
I see the blue line now.
Okay. This working also here.
Thank you.
Here I've lift.
Well, here on the second server, about every second or third plane is ground looping on takeoff and having to restart.
Strange.
Yeah, it's bumpy.
Yeah, on the first server, it grabbed me and really twisted me right at the beginning, but I was able to keep it going.
As late as I joined over here, there's 7 behind me, and they're all restarts.
I want to see the weather conditions in the mountains, bigger mountains.
So when there's 2 people in the plane, it only shows the first one on the icons, which makes sense. The blue icons. I just noticed that today.
Does it work? This cloud.
Dennis, did you just fly through a cloud?
No, I was just offset from it.
That's really weird. I wonder if it's not synchronized between us, because on my end, it looks like you just flew right through the middle of a cloud.
No, I was just skirted it, so it may be unsynchronized.
Maybe you're. Oh boy, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're. From my angle, I flew underneath it. I was behind you and below you. And it looked like you flew through it, but yeah, maybe you were to the right of it.
Well, I ground looped on takeoff again. I'll be going to do a free flight. You guys have a great flight.
Oh,
Good
sorry,
luck.
sorry,
I'll
Mike.
see you tomorrow.
Sorry, Mike.
So, Mike.
Have a nice day, Mike. Miles.
Yeah, everybody have a great afternoon and evening.
Thank you.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, don't forget the bug wipers. The wings are full.
That's weird. I wonder if some people were. I mean, it was a little bumpy in my head, but I didn't have any hint of an issue like doing ground loop. But I wonder
Maybe
if some
when
people
the trim is not correct and you have a jump.
It tried to twist me the first time.
Were you lined up straight, or was your glider crooked?
It's straight.
Maybe it could just be luck. Well, also don't forget the planes were kind of randomly tilted left or right. Maybe that had something to do with it. Like your plane was tilted to the, one way or the other, or maybe it changed.
But I have
Random.
2 or 3 worse starts, so I get prepared that I have the glider in line and not one wingtip on the ground. So maybe this was the problem. When you have
Also-
a jump in the ground and the wing tips also on the ground, then you have a problem.
Also, it's nice that all the clouds around the start area have all died. So I was at 1700, now I'm below 1500, and there's nothing to climb in.
I just took off and it was perfectly smooth. It's random. I've taken off multiple times on the same field over and over again with really bumpiness, and it's just as different every time. I did it offline once.
Hi, Stephen. Thank you. Yeah, let's wait and
They
see.
Really should make
It might
so
be.
after a certain amount of time, regardless of anything else. The start time starts. That cloud there is out in the other. Dang it!
Yeah, the cloud's dying fast, yeah.
In this cloud, the nearest cloud to me that looked like it was working was in the was under the lower air zone, the lower airspace.
Yeah, I know, Stephen, but you need the money, right?
Boy. Looking for clouds here. Get up to start height.
There's one off the south end of the start sector.
Yeah.
Race starting, good luck, guys.
Thank you.
And there is no cloud to go up then.
Two thermals right next to each other right here.
Okay, my tactic is to start and go back to this cloud. The only good cloud here. I see no other cloud. Maybe you are too low for the other clouds. You could not reach. This one has 2 to 3 meter lift, the rest have nothing. Maybe start fast and go back. Good luck. I try.
I have +2 here.
Don't be too fast, backwind.
No.
Good luck, team.
Thank you.
Are these flights supposed to be relaxing or stressful? I'm forgetting now.
I was starting to wonder if everybody was still there. So quiet.
Yep.
Oh, I have no idea where that thermal was coming from. There was a cloud with nothing anywhere that made any sense for it to work.
Thank you, Andreas.
For what?
For good thermal.
do not know what on earth they were doing with the weather settings to cause these. They had this area set to have medium variation for activity, which is what I think that's what's caused this huge blue gap here. I wish they would just take that setting out, because that is just the worst setting ever. If there was no activity in an area, it should be because the thermal map doesn't have any activity set there, not the simulator just randomly decides that there's no clouds for no reason.
Yeah, I hope we get to the other end, huh?
Oh, God. The cloud that was in front of me that was flying towards, just literally within seconds shriveled up and disappeared. And off to the north, there is a big thunderstorm that's rapidly, as the seconds go by, it's expanding rapidly. You might look to the left, see if you see it too. There's a thunderstorm out there to the north. It's just.
Oh yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, it just stopped. It looked like it stopped growing. And I like flying over this ridge back here. There was no lift on the front side and tons of sink behind it. So apparently, no air goes up, but lots of it goes down.
I have a little bit lift, but only 1 meter.
Yeah, there was, like on my, I have the Nano varios turned on my Exosor. There was like 2.5, 3 meters of sink behind it, and like maybe like 1 meter lift on the front side. So.
The weather must be very realistic. There's a lot of complaints.
But generally, I don't see gigantic thunderstorms explode into existence within like 10 seconds.
Okay.
I try to attack this bigger ridge with hopes.
Well, I'm gonna be too low to do anything when I get there, so I'll be looking for a nice spot to land. Because there's this inexplicable giant blue area that has no thermal activity in it for no reason.
there's a blue one.
Don't forget the bug wipers.
Right.
I discovered something when I was flying with the RX guys. There's a timed alert, and what I did was I programmed it for bugs at 15 minutes, and it worked pretty well.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I've done the same.
I saw those. It wasn't obvious to me how to use them, so I haven't messed with them yet. It's a good one, though.
Try this cloud on the right.
Yeah.
Something that I learned yesterday. Forget the switches and focus on the clouds.
Well, no, you do need to look for the radius because if this look for where the thermals are coming from if they're on the slopes. Yeah, as far as the wind goes, it's basically radius lift is basically useless now.
I think this task is quite difficult. It's not an easy fun flight task.
If you don't care about speed, I think it is an easy fun test.
Yeah. All this complaining,
Or
dude.
you just don't go to where there's any thermals for no reason, then you can't get lift at all, no matter how slow you go.
Yeah.
Because they set the stupid setting to make that they makes no sense. Random thermal variation setting.
Polish your box. Very huge lift here.
Yeah. I'm right behind you.
You see the bug wipers?
No.
taking a lot longer with the 20-meter winds for these wipers.
Yeah.
Yeah. The EB is the worst one, yeah.
You got it, John?
Yeah.
Very good.
I think I don't have the center, Tim. Maybe you have the better nose.
Yeah, this is very hard to stay centered in.
Oh, I'm just following you.
Maybe one turn and then go to the next.
Yeah.
Man, high variation on the cloud height.
Oh, you guys are all going right, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm leaving now.
Oh, that was weird there, but I actually saw it happen there. He lagged out, it looked like.
It was very strange. I was trying to get in behind him, and then suddenly he just moved.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I saw it happen. I happened to be my circle. I know you both of you were right in front of me. Yeah, he warped right when it happened, right into you. So that was lag.
Yeah, shit happens.
When you have so much cloud, you have to decide which one. Thanks.
Congrats.
Tim, you go to the right or straight blue line?
I think more or less straight blue line. Yeah, maybe a little bit to the mountains.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congrats, Tim.
Congrats, Tim.
That's Rich.
Right, Rich.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. There is something wrong with the brake lift.
Maybe you need more bugs. Not much, 1 meter.
Are you guys seeing bugs build up on your wings at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit.
They're really hard to see in the Arctis. It's further back there, and they really don't show up very well when you look over your shoulder.
No.
Yeah, that region, there is something very wrong. There is far more sink. This is netto sink. This is not, you know, glidering or anything like that. There is far more sink behind that little ridge than there is lift in front or over it. Yeah, there is way more air going down behind it than there was going up over it.
That's Morton. Congrats, John.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats, guys.
Oh man, I'm dubious of these thermals just because the sun direction is. Yeah, it's.
I have 3 meters lift here on this ridge.
So why is there so much lift on this ridge here?
I don't understand.
Yeah, I
I was
just
also
don't get it.
confused. Nothing and then 3 meters.
I think it's due to the waves that is running about.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So either the ridge lift get annihilated or it gets stronger.
It depends on where you are on the wave.
Yeah, of course.
It's actually working that in the real world as well.
But that would explain why some ridges are working and some are not.
Yeah, it could be that. Or maybe it is the wave.
Bugs off for flying so slow. Andreas? Thanks.
Rats.
That's Andreas.
It's Andreas.
Thanks.
That's Rich.
Thank you.
Congrats.
That's Tim.
Congrats, Tim.
Thank you.
Tim.
They've got all these buildings now all over the map, and yesterday I was going along this ridge slowly. It was on that one you guys did in for Tchin Tchin. And I'm coming up to this little pass on my left, and I just got barely enough, I can't really see around the corner because it kind of dips right there. And I go to take the left-hand turn to dip over, and there's a house sitting right there in the little notch. So beware.
Did you wait?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can't see the pass, you might find there's something stuck in it. Luckily I had a plan B, but
Big giant clouds with nothing under them as far as I can tell. That's Martin.
Thank you. Good.
You have something to do this?
Yeah, it's 3, and I was low.
Yeah, I
it's
kind
very
of wanted to
strong.
get a little bit of climb to before I turn.
But you have
Yeah,
to go in behind the hill.
Yeah, it's actually pretty strong to get, if you can get center in it.
The center is a little bit special to find the center. And after the cloud long lift, something like a wave. Very peaceful gliding.
Indeed.
Like a wellness gliding today. No pressure.
I'm a happy boy.
Well, Bruce, you're not a boy anymore, but I hope you are happy.
Yeah. Wow, some of these routes work.
Turn point's way up there. My DDH for finish is 400, but DDH for this turn point is negative 290.
Yep.
You can reach it 100 meters below. $9 o'clock.
Congrats, Rich.
Thank you.
That's Rich.
That's Richard.
Congrats, guys.
That's Tim.
Thank you.
That's Tim.
Andreas.
Thanks.
Juliet, Kilo, are you on this frequency?
Who was speaking there?
Yeah, Delta Hotel, you're just about a kilometer ahead of the envelope. It looks like you're a little bit late there, I think.
I think you must be on server 2.
Yes, I am. I was wondering if you were on the same.
Yeah, I think we're.
I'm
did
here.
anybody-
LIG is here. Bruce. LIG.
Okay, Doug here at Delta Hotel. I'm on server 2 as well.
That's Martin.
That's Martin.
Louis.
Thank you. Attack.
That's John.
That's John.
Congrats.
That's John.
Congrats.
You gonna trek over the path with Tim?
Yeah. But maybe the northern hazard is better.
I'm using the LX function where you can see where you actually can glide in, and it gives you always a path you can follow out of the mountains.
Yeah.
The best way to the turn point, to the next turn point, is future.
It's just show where you can glide to where you are right now with the wind you have.
Ah, okay.
That's Rich.
That's Rich.
Congrats.
Andres.
That's nice.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Was close, 50 penalty points.
And minimum that was 500 meters break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
200 meter on top of ground.
Yeah.
And maybe DDH didn't do this, right? You have to watch about this minimum 200 meters.
Sorry, say again.
I had DDH 2 meters plus for that pull, and I wasn't sure that the 500 meters is about DDH 0.
Okay.
Yeah, Tim looked at it. That didn't help. It didn't work too good.
No.
Yeah, I was worried, but when I saw that, I was thinking about it. I was like, that right Nick was so much extra energy or height at the end. I was already. Actually, Store was saying I had found Glide the Creek 8.
Yeah.
That's important.
That's work.
Congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Well, it looked like a more direct way, John, but yeah. Congrats, John.
Congrats, John.
Congrats, John.
Yeah, congrats.
Well, bugs. The bugs at the higher is moderate.
I thought it was low.
Oh, man, my wings are. I didn't have much of an opportunity to clean my wings off.
Is the level of bugs stated in the NOTAM?
It's in the thermal. Well, it's in the thermal thing.
Okay.
I thought also when I watched first time at my wings, this must be high. Not normal.
Oops, John, that's a bit slow.
That was a very, very, very slow swoop there.
I just really thought it inverted.
Just saw some lightning.
Tim, you hooligan.
Congrats.
The one corner was tricky after this long rally. I was glad or happy that I found something on the backside of the hill. Congrats, Dennis.
Yeah.
Nice, Dennis.
Yep.
It seems like the acro bug from Condor 2 didn't exist in Condor 3, that you could get invisible.
Yeah, maybe. It was usually associated with the high G forces.
We haven't not seen it yet.
Okay. I wasn't sure how I get that. I thought when you're flying on your back, like Dennis has done.
Yeah, I think there was more to it.
Which thing? What?
Oh, the invert, when you used to disappear sometimes.
Yeah, I think that was going inverted. Like, it wasn't G-forces particularly. That was if you did a loop and stuff like that. So I remember one time I did that early in the flight, and I think on Tim's stream you could see when I did a loop, and I just disappeared at the top of it.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought it's only at the end.
No, that was... It can happen anywhere. It happened more often at the end because people tend to save the aerobatics for after they finish.
But do you think it was related to inverted flying or high G-force?
I think it was inverted. I think it was when if you rolled inverted at any point where it pointed really close to being directly up, I think it like made the coordinates go weird or something, and then it got confused. Because then remember, you'd see gliders on your map. The invisible glider could still be visible on the map, but like not pointing in the direction it was actually pointing anymore, and weird stuff like that. Or you zoom out, you'd see them way off in the corner of the map, away from everybody else, even though you shouldn't be able to see them that far away. Yeah, I think it was something to do with the math for how it handled the rotation of the plane and stuff. It went wonky.
Yeah. That sounds plausible.
But I haven't seen that, so. Actually, honestly, I don't remember seeing it for a while at Condor 2. It had been a long time since I'd seen that there, too. I wonder if maybe at some point they had fixed it.
Yeah, maybe Uros is getting better at the math or the logic.
I'm guessing NOI went into restricted airspace. Got 50 penalty points.
Yeah, I saw that even before he started.
Oh, right. I got close to airspace on one thermal one task. Got a
It's
warning.
also normal that you have already penalty points before the race is started.
Wait, it's the airspace penalties
Yes.
and stuff like that. Yeah, they
Okay.
carry the entire time.
Airspace and clouds.
Also in real.
Airspace and real, you can get violated by whatever governing agent owns it.
Right. That's why I've pushed the penalty points on my task to the max, and DGT wrote back. This is not funny.
I think in real life, if you went into airspace, your task score would be 0.
Although, I mean, part of the
Even
thing is
worse,
also,
you have a problem maybe.
I mean, you
Air
can.
marshals.
I mean, they also. I mean, you can ask for permission to enter airspace too in real life. So that's the only thing that we don't have here.
Yeah, I have to go trying to call ATC, see if we can get a clearance. Somehow I think it's not going to work.
Well, no. If you're just passing through like a Class C or something, if it's not a busy airport, I don't think they'd care.
You normally have to give them a shout though to get clearance.
Well,
You
that's what I'm
can't just
saying.
enter without a clearance.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you call when before you're in it, and so you're glide whatever. You're not going to be you're not flying through the approach path of the airport or anything. You're just going to be clipped. You're going to clip to the airspace.
Maybe you could do a Swiss hacks like they're doing in Swiss when they're flying in Swiss Alps. They turn off the transponder and then flying through it. Then when you're through there, then put on the transport back.
Well, if Condor was like 90% of the games today, you could buy a VIP pass for the zones.
Yeah, right. Free entry.
Free entry.
It's like climbing up in the waves in the place. Once you get a certain altitude, you need to get the.
No, I had no problem with the zones. This is also a task thing, but at the beginning I don't saw this on the Alex. Visually, it was not so clear to see that.
Yeah, I wish the flight planner in Condor had if you could get like a 2D profile of the airspaces, it would help a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, that airspace near the start was a pain.
Yep.
I got first place over here.
Congrats, Bruce.
How about that? Yeah. 138.9. Probably not as good as over there, but for these guys.
Time to race, yeah.
The fastest discus was F1, 145.9, and the fastest AHRS was Rich, 152.7.
Wow.
I think you'll probably win on Condor Club, but I think Rich will probably be above.
That's why I took the AHRS, because I know on Condor Club it with their handicap it's not fair, but that's the way it is.
Yep. I play for club. I do the same thing.
You'll find the AHRS.
Yeah. With two servers, I mean, it's really the club that counts because we all upload and look.
So not everyone, like F1's result won't show up because he never uploads. He doesn't.
But yeah, he very rarely uploads.
Yeah, but Rich, that's why I took a screenshot of the classification before I upload.
Yeah. I'll do the same thing.
It's weird about like the results from yesterday's race apparently were split in half on Condor Club. Not everyone got there. not everyone got stuck in the same classification thing. There was a MPT had put up a on the forum and posted there was for some reason 2 different groups of people. That's why it looked like not very many people uploaded, is because they weren't all together.
Meeting of two streamers.
I thought they'd sorted that out.
See y'all next time.
Yeah, see you.
See you, Dennis. Take care, mate. Have a good day.
I'll say bye as well, and see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day and evening.
User disconnected from
Yeah, I
your
won't be here
channel.
tomorrow, Tim, but have a good evening, mate. Take care.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Uwe seems to be slower today.
Disconnected.